Namaste, everybody. I had a question on my channel that I was going to bring out and we can look at a little bit deeper. And it's a good one, actually, and I don't feel, it seems like it's one that many might have. Um, and since it was put out publicly, this question and concern, it I think it's fine to bring this out and bring some more understanding around it, hopefully. But the question for this person, they said that they asked, is there a safer way to reach realization besides Guru Swamiji's path? And this person said that they were going to embark on the journey towards realization, and they were worried actually about going insane with the kundalini opening. And what I told them, is if you are in that kind of fear, then certainly Guru's path is not the one for you. The energy can easily awaken kundalini. And, it's best then to stay very just within more nominal things, regular daily routine things, and something more of on a lighter path, which would be like possibly a Buddhist path of loving kindness, or a bhakti path, a devotional path. And but to get in a little bit deeper about this thing, is there an easier way? Is there a safer way? And really, with the ones that have gone through the Kundalini journey and have, and those that have entered realization would tell you if there was an easier way, they certainly would have taken it, because you give your life to this thing and you don't know what's coming. You have no idea really what you're asking for when you're asking to be purified. You don't know what doors will open. You don't know what kind of experiences will come, and you really don't know how hard the journey is, how long, really. I mean, this is not something that one would undertake with all of the going through the fires of purification, and that really a lot of torturous suffering and hardships of body, mind, and the whole business, if they didn't have to. And for here, there was no real understanding of Kundalini, or really what the purification process was when I asked to be purified, to be of benefit to humanity. And that was the sincere prayer that came. I must have been in my early 30s, and now being, the feeling was always there, but it was more voiced, it was felt later. And so now, I'm 58, and this really, I've spent my whole life on this, so, and lifetimes, really, I'm sure. So, if anyone comes up with an easier way, please tell me, but I just haven't found it. And really, what people want to avoid is pain. I mean, this is not something that's so dreadful with people. Of course, no one wants to suffer a lot, of course. But, one needs to, if that faith is there, that trust and wanting to know truth over all things, then this is what will carry one forward. They really, at all cost, really. If your heart isn't in that space of wanting to find enlightenment at all cost, then it's not your time. And so I would say go slow, go easy. Just if Kundalini does open, then it wouldn't be a good thing. But Kundalini does need to open for, it's a prerequisite to enlightenment. So it really has to open before enlightenment comes. And okay, so I don't know if that was helpful. And let's, since people are always saying, you're manipulating the pendulum, why don't you show your hand? Well, I'm going to go ahead and do that now with with this question. Let's just see if anything deeper comes out, because sometimes they're speaking from your own experience here. But, excuse me. But, with using the pendulum, it moves in whatever direction it needs to move in. And sometimes, that's what's interesting about it. Someone also asked me with one of the readings is, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? And how are you doing it? Okay. And what am I doing? It's connecting in with the energy. This pendulum, this energy connects in that way. Why am I doing it? Because, energy is interesting and fun, and this came spontaneously, so why not? If it helps to illuminate certain mysteries, light up certain issues, go deeper into the heart, why not? So, it's actually, I use the word entertaining. It's enjoyable, and it's not something that one is cranking on or struggling with. So it just flows. And looks like my video is getting kind of crazy. There it goes. So, that's, guess why I do it. How am I doing it? I can't say, okay? I'm not, there's really no how in it. It flows spontaneously with this connection with this divine force or energy, and also connection with Guru, with grace. Okay, that's how it flows. Best I can answer that. But let's use a pendulum. Like I say, people are saying you're using your hand, you're manipulating, show it. So why don't I go ahead and show it now? And we'll do this reading. And you will see that my hand does move things. It's going to move with the energy flow of this. It's very light. It moves of its own. Okay, so let's see. Is there a safe way to get to realization? A safe way? Okay, no. There's not a safe way. There's not an easy way. Is there an easy way to get there? Okay, so one can see how it stills through stillness, through surrender, through grace. Okay, that's the easier way of these very hard ways to go. And Guruji has a great saying in terms of it's the hard way or the harder way. So there's no easy way around things. And the harder way would certainly be with resistance, with going against the currents of the natural laws and forces of the universe. That's one of the harder ways. And okay, so is kundalini prerequisite? Is it needed to awaken for for enlightenment or liberation, moksha, to take place? Okay, one can see there is a yes. Yes, indeed it is. So you can't bypass the hardships, the trials. Can you bypass them? Okay, so look, you can see no, because that's what needs to come up and be cleared, all those vasanas. That's not anyone has placed that on you. It's what you've gathered and collected. So one cannot say, oh, this, teacher that is awakened is causing this in me or anything. It's there. It's within your, the debris within consciousness that needs to be cleared, that you have yourself gathered and collected by your own misperceptions, misidentifications with body, and mind, to identify with that as being yourself. So let's see what else was important. So this insanity thing, okay, so we'll get into this a little more, but certainly that is a valid possibility. And those that do not have the right grounding in place, they don't have the right teacher in place, they don't have the right energies there to bring balance, bring clarity, bring understanding to what's happening. If they play with this, or again, it opens without the proper connections, certainly insanity, and that's in the scriptures. And again, let's see, is this a possibility? Very much so. Did a lot go insane with this process? You can see, yes, when they didn't have the right conditions and things in place. And it's not always that person's fault. It's just, it's not available. So one does need to be very careful with kundalini, respect it. And again, you could see the stillness as being paramount. Okay, so oh my goodness, so now some kind of reading about this is coming. So she speak in words in which one that has gone through this journey is the trials and tribulations of it, and the depth of it is there, and with words that are not twisted into trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes, or trying to speak in a way that one that's just trying to fake it, I guess. I don't know. These are the things that are coming now, and it's just more about, again, you have to go through the experience yourself. And okay, so this is important. So eventually you're going to have to, face yourself. There's just no way around it. So, the insanity thing is mitigated, or these pitfalls, these dangers are mitigated with the connection with Guru. Okay, this is why one has, and again, one can't know it without experiencing what that connection brings, the grace that it brings, the grounding it brings. So, anything else that's important here with the pendulum? No. So, it's this is just something that I wanted to put out there. And, just if you're starting to feel like Kundalini's awakening and it just feels like you can't manage it, or you don't want that, then, just go and do some regular things. Stay away from a lot of spiritual energy that might bring that forward. It's nothing to feel bad about if you're not ready. It's something to accept and to see within yourself, and to go in another direction. That's actually taking good care of yourself, and let it awaken in the right timing, which doesn't mean you can't start connecting with the universe, being more aware, opening up. A lot of us that have come to this journey of Kundalini did not know really what it was, did not say, okay, now I'm going to start surrendering. Now I'm going to start, the journey to realization. Now I'm going to open Kundalini. Okay, it just, it flowed of with their heart opening, with that desire for freedom, or a connection in a way. They were surprised by it too, what's happening. And they didn't know what's coming. But if you, try to mark it down and make it, okay, this is the time it's going to happen, then again, that's more about you wanting to control it. And I would just say, just leave it off the table. Just, be a good, honest person. Stay aware, stay open, stay loving, stay connected. Try to find some quiet space, be in nature. That's really enough right now, if you're just wanting to keep it very simple. Okay, so I hope this helped. I don't know. I have a lot of readings that that are lined up, and I've said before that I'm open to even these kinds of questions are good, or any other readings. They can go, to whatever subjects. It really doesn't matter if it's helpful to others. So, one I was interested in is just medicine, and, the way, just natural ways of healing, or, those kinds of things are interesting, or how much spirit plays a part in the healing process. So, that's something of interest here. But other than that, we'll just go day by day and see what happens. And thank you for tuning in, and I hope all are having a great day. Namaste. Bye now.